Hi, my name's Trudie, I'm a member of the IQ Bar team and I'm also one of the vloggers. This week's vlog is one in a series of vlogs about how to deliver the Picaro taster sessions. In this vlog I'll focus specifically on the Picaro taster level 3 and 4. So if you're looking for some ideas, some inspiration, or if you want to share your own ideas on how you deliver this session, why not comment below? I'll begin this vlog by talking about how to use the Picaro taster guide. Then I'll start off by suggesting some introduction tips, and then I'll move on to each of the content sections from this taster and have some ideas and suggestions and things that I do that I find really useful. I personally think that this is the best place to start, regardless which taster you're using. This document breaks down what each taster consists of. You'll need this when teaching, unless you know the pages off by heart, then you'll definitely be putting me to shame. When delivering this session, you generally start on the alphabet section, unless it's stated otherwise in the student's notes. If the Bready is confident with their alphabet, it may mean that you have to move on to transport. Again, if they seem confident, and don't just change straight away from using this part or this section, use your extension questions to check how much the Bready really knows before moving on to the next section. So remember, you can jump to the next section if the Bready seems very confident and able. And you move along, etc. as I spoke about, moving from one section to the one that follows. So I've mentioned most of the categories, and the rest at this level are more actions and opposites. With Picaro taster sessions, the lesson should be in the classroom already, but always check the evening before your lesson, or at the latest, check on the morning of your lesson. Generally, you don't need to upload an icebreaker activity for Picaro sessions. Instead, you should start the lesson with some introductions, your name, their age, how they are, what they've done today, adapting it depending on the age and the ability of the Bready. Following this, you'll then use the Picaro song for Unit 3 and 4, which is already uploaded into the classroom. Here's a quick peek at the song that you use for 3 and 4. Remember that during the video, this is also a chance to show some actions and some props to help reinforce for the Bready what's being said. So with this taster, you may want to show an alphabet poster. I often hold this up and put it close to the camera, or something related to the letters. So you might have foam letters, magnets. This poster was really easy and I got it from the IQ Bar resources, and it has our Picaro characters on there too. I like to start by introducing the characters and using my Picaro character cards, as this is a great chance to introduce the characters, but also I could use my toys as other characters to practice introductions, especially if the Bready needs practice at this. And also it's a really nice bit of fun that Breadys often enjoy. As I go through the alphabet slides, I tend to see if the Bready can read the alphabet in order, but then ask them what the letters are out of order too. I will also ask them what sound a letter makes, so they're practicing the letter name as well as the letter sound. As is lowercase and uppercase letters, it's also a great opportunity to practice using small and big letters and identifying the difference. If you feel like the Bready needs a challenge, then you could introduce the terms capital letters and lowercase to describe the big and small letters. During these alphabet slides, it's a great opportunity for a game. You can hide a letter on the screen using the box tool and ask, what's missing? There's loads of creative and fun ways of using this resource, so comment below if you have some ideas that you'd like to share. So the transport topic. Props are great here if you have them. As the transport objects are white, you could show different objects and ask about their colours too. I find it's a great opportunity to practice the noise that the vehicle makes, which can add some fun and giggles into the lesson. Also, if the buddy needs a challenge, you could practice using the sentences on the screen like, "This is my car," but adapting it to, "This is Dad's car," "This is Dad's green car," and then getting them to colour the car green. When delivering the transport section, sometimes I like to ask questions like, "Do you have a car? Do you have a boat?" Some children find it hilarious to be asked if they own a car. During the matching activity, this is where you will need to model to the buddy how to use the pen tool, if they have access, to match the text and images. Challenge them further here by seeing if they can read the words, but not to worry if not. It's also a really good chance to get them to put the words into sentences. "I see a boat." So if they can't use a pen tool, no worries. Highlight the word you're focusing on, then go through each picture and ask, "A boat? Yes or no?" Again, another opportunity to practice sentences. It is a boat. It's not a boat. On to the actions and activities section, and there's a number of ways to approach this section. It's a good way to assess them with the first slide to see if they can tell you some of the actions they can see before you discuss them. Then you'll move through what each of the characters is doing. Again, here I like to use my Picaro character cards. You can use the image on the right hand side of the screen to see who is doing the same action in that image, but a different person. Then you can encourage the buddy to use sentences other than that stated on the screen, such as, "Jamal is cooking," for in picture 1. And then, when talking about picture 2, "Teeny is cooking." I often find it's nice to add some extra details here too, like, what is Jamal cooking? Let's face it, a cheeseburger gets a good response 9 times out of 10. Once you've discussed all the actions the characters are doing, you have a really fun game where you can get to act out the actions that you've been discussing, and the student can guess, and vice versa. I often find that once you've modelled this, you can then get the student to act out the actions. I absolutely love this part of the session. More actions topic. So when discussing these actions, I find that acting them out can really help. Again, my Picaro character cards come in really handy here, and I can encourage the buddy to use sentences like, "Tiny is climbing a tree." This will also help them to learn tenses. Make sure they're really confident with this in the first slide before moving on, because they'll have to tell you in the next few slides if they agree with the statements or not, and tell you what the Picaroon is doing. It's in this part of the session that you'll find lots about your buddy and about their interests. For example, you could find out if they like climbing trees, if they like drawing. Just like with the other action section, you have another fun action game here. Get involved and make the most of it. You could even add some other actions in addition to what you've learned to help challenge the buddy. For some people, you may not feel comfortable doing this, or you may have some restrictions that make it challenging for you to act things out in this way. Overcome this by making a toy model of the actions. It's still just as fun. As if I haven't mentioned them enough already, I show my Picaro character cards during the opposites topic. Props can be really useful here too. Once you've shown the buddy the comparison between, for example, who's tall and short, you can use props to reinforce this. Then you could ask them to find something that is tall and something that is short. This can be done for all of the opposites content, and is a really great way to assess the buddy's understanding of instructions, as well as to see if they really understand the terms that are being discussed. Plus, for some buddies, they relish an opportunity to show what they know, or to just get up and move. When you get to the look, read and circle section, it can be helpful if you use the classroom tools, like the box or the drawing tool, to highlight the object and then the sentence that you are discussing, so it's clear to the buddy what you are focusing on. So I don't know about you guys, but I find that tasters just literally fly by. Always remember at the end to remind your Brady how well they have done. Thank them for their time and for coming to the lesson. And it can be nice for them to hear that you want to see them again as well. Though a wave often makes it really clear to the Brady that the lesson has ended, use actions to make it clear that the lesson is over before this if you can. So I often find that I look at my watch, make a bit of a shocked face, and then I look really sad and say, I have to go. And then I smile when I say things, I hope to see you again. And then I finish off with a wave. Remember that you can familiarise yourself with the Picaro Taster 3 and 4, as well as any of the other tasters, by looking on our website under the Resources tab. Here's a little video reminder for those of you who want to watch. So once you've logged in, you head to the Resources tab, and then you will be on the Taster Sessions tab. Perfect. You head down to the Picaro section. Within this, you will see that you can click on Picaro Units 3 and 4. When you click on that, it will load up all of Units 3 to 4 for you to look through, and you'll see the different headings as you go through. Also, if I head back, you'll see that the song is also here too if you want to have a look and prepare some props or actions to go along with it. As always, I really hope my videos helped. I have literally just scratched the surface with some suggestions on how to deliver this content, with some ideas for delivery and extension activities. So please share your ideas below, and it's great for us to work as a team and to collaborate together and share our ideas. Contact a member of the team if you'd like more information. Happy teaching, guys. Bye.